Can you say kicker? Yes, we can. This is the Warhorse. It was probably the most anticipated items coming from Kicker. Hey, I'm Big Jeff from BigJeffAudio.com. This way you can see it before you buy it. Make sure to hit that like button, share this out, and leave a comment when you're done. We're talking about the Warhorse. We're doing a simple unboxing. As you can see, I'm set up on my pool table at my house, healing up. Still not ready to get in the office. And thank you for all the support. But if you're watching this video now, we're talking about the 1000.4. And if you ever known something about Kicker, it is rated at what it does and then some. Each amp is completely tested for, I believe, 24 hours straight. And the big problem was when they released the Solo X's, they didn't have amplifiers to combat running those subs. People had to go with other brands. So they've come out with Warhorse powerful enough to run those subs, and also 4 channels to run the rest of your system, which is really cool. This is actually a bigger amp than I thought it was going to be when it came in size-wise, but Kicker always goes above and beyond. This bad boy here is $799. Now you say, hey, it's only a 2,000 watt 1000 watt RMS amp. Why is it so expensive? Well, we know Kicker that you're not just paying for the name, it's the technology, it's the warranty, it's the tech support. It's like saying, hey, I could buy a Hyundai or a BMW with the same leather seats and the technology, but BMW has white glove service. Same thing with Kicker, and this is the Warhorse series. So you're going to spend a little bit of money. Let's open this up and see what this thing has. Well, first thing, like every Kicker product, comes with a certificate. Now, I have seen brands before just pre-print these off, and kind of a waste. The difference is here you actually have the serial number on here for this product, and this amp produced 1963 watts, and then they check total harmonic distortion, signal to noise ratio, and protection circuit, all tested before you even get it. Huge box. Inside you're gonna have a manual, some really thick screws to mount it. Most time amps come with these little wiener screws. It's like you're never even gonna use it. These screws look like you can mount and do like a, I don't know, a chair together or a deck. Very thick screws, huge manual. First thing you see on here, and I want everybody to understand, it says stop. Please do not return product to store. That would be wherever you bought it from, like us. They want you to call 1-800-256-KICK or support@kicker.com. Why do they do that? Well, one, if there's an issue, a lot of times they want to tech support the issue. Two, if there is a defect item, they want to get it back right away so they can see what the issue was and take care of it. I don't know why people seem like they just always have to go right back to the store and it's the store's fault or the website's fault, when the manufacturer's saying, hey, send it to us, we will take care of it. On this side, we have a really long Cat 5. So, and then their new upgraded bass knob, which is cool, and everybody is going to this type where you have voltage and temperature and all that. So this one here is actually pretty solid, made out of metal, and they have some magnetic clips that allow you to mount this. You have voltage, you have temperature, you have amperage. Really cool on this bass knob. It is a little bit bigger, as you can see, but a lot of people, if you're not running multiple items in there, you want to have this up front so you can see what's going on in the back. So let me take that back because I said bass knob. It's not. This is basically control over the amp to see voltage, amperage, temperature, all in here. This is a 4-channel, so there's not really going to be a bass knob. And it fell on the floor. Looks like a little diode. I'm going to put that back in here. Okay, and they really package this baby up. Tell you what, shipping will not be an issue with that. As you can see how much foam goes on this thing. Kick this off to the side. That is tremendous amount of foam But this is also very heavy amp, and unfortunately I didn't bring or have them bring the scale here. Let me see if we have it in our specs. No, but height, length, and width 16 point. Let's see here. Sorry. Length is 15 inches and 3/8. Width 9 inches 1/8, and then height is right under 2 inches, 2 and 9/16. So it's not tremendously big for a good real 1000-watt 4-channel, but it's definitely not super small. All right. This thing, it's got a lot of weight. So that tells me, you know, people try to say, oh, if an amp's light, it sucks. It's not. The weight is also a way to disperse heat. A lot of amplifier manufacturers have found that putting more aluminum or metal type on the amplifier allows for the heat to disperse throughout the amp and then obviously off of the amplifier. So I think what they did is they put a lot of extra weight on here to help disperse heat. Why? Kicker products are made to build and last forever. So if they don't do that, they're afraid that obviously won't make it through. You all torturing the living hell out of it. And on top of it, everywhere, I don't care where you live, we're having record high heats. So when you get in the car, I don't think people realize that if you have a trunk or whatever, or even in the car, your car's already sitting at like 160 degrees or higher, and you just get in and turn it on and start basing. You really don't give any time for anything to really start cooling off with the fans or anything. Alright. Alright, if somebody gets this shipped to them, and this was opened up, it's not because it was returned, it's because this was actually the one on the video. Normally, I will sign these just so everybody knows it was the one on the video and it wasn't used. Okay, look at this thing. Wow. So I'm going to start from this side. You have amp 1, amp 2, and then an output. So you can basically not have to have a bunch of wires. You can go in and out of this. Input level, high and low, fader. Amp 1, you have a gain control, high pass, low pass. So this could run technically a small sub on one end and mids and highs on the other side. Frequency 10 to 500 hertz. And then you have amp 2, gain control, high pass, low pass, and then bypass 10 to 500 high pass and 100 hertz to 5K low pass. And they consider that plug-in, they call it here diagnostic. I said based on by accident, so don't kill me. Now, this amp has a crazy type of heatsink, and then they have like these end caps, and I'm not really sure. It's got to be fan cooled. Maybe they're internal. Okay, on this end, you have beveled out. You can tell they really took the time because it's beveled out here. 0 gauge inputs. You have a remote in. I'm going to guess that's a remote out, and then you have a step down, amp 1, amp 2, left and right. I actually really like the look of this amp. I want you all to take a look at that. Kicker really put a lot into the design. These were years in the making, and Kicker is definitely that type to just get it perfect. It's a nice amp. It's not really that big once you get it out of the box, but it does have weight to it. And I'm guessing, like I said, from the heat sinks. So, a bunch of mids and highs right here. Kicker or other brands. Small subwoofer on one set, you know, amp 1 or amp 2. And then mids and highs, so you can have 1 amp run it all. Yeah, it is $799. Let's see here. I'm just going to see if there's any other specs. Rated, like we talked about, dynamic power is 2,000 watts, but 2 ohm stereo, 450 watts times 4. 4 ohm stereo, 250 watts times 4. 4 ohm bridge mono, 900 by 2. It says quad microcontroller regulated cooling fans. So there is cooling fans in there and they're regulated. Capable of daisy chaining, remote power across multiple amps. And then, oh, so it's a magnetic diagnostic tool. So basically you get a piece in that square, which I put away, is a metal piece. And then in there you pull it out, you mount that, and then the remote will actually pop up, so you can actually pull it off real easy and take a look at it. This is a full bridge Class B design. Really cool. You know, there are plenty of amps out there in a $799 range for same power. You're going to pay what you get, and it's about efficiency also. How much amperage does it pull? How long will it last and run? And backed up by Kicker's awesome warranty. Plus, I believe any Kicker amplifier, if you buy a Kicker amp kit and they see that on the invoice, you get an extra year warranty for free. No brainer. I'd buy one, use the wire anyway. Okay, check it out. This is the 4-channel Warhorse. You can get it on our website. Just search WX1000.4 or go look in the Kicker section. We have them now in stock. Get yours at BigJeffAudio.com. Hey, I'm Big Jeff doing another video from my crib. Check it out. Leave a like, a comment, and share this out. I'll see you on the next one.